Hello and welcome. Silrace here with current info package for Conan Exiles. As always, there is one of these current info videos at the beginning of all of my Let's Plays, with the idea being to introduce parents and guardians of children to the kind of a game that is being played here. In this case, Conan Exiles. What kind of a game it is, and what can people actually get out of playing said game. With that said, Conan Exiles is, at the time of this video is published, a game in early access. That means it is still not a finalized finished product. It is still being developed, so things may change from what they have been at the time this video was made. Some things may change still during its, well, creative process of making the Conan Exiles into a finished product. I don't think most of those basic things I'm talking about here change though. However, some game mechanics and such may change. Conan Exiles is set in the Conan the Barbarian world. Conan the Barbarian's world is kind of brutal, kind of, dark and crazy. And in this game, players actually play an exile, somebody who has been exiled for various crimes into these exiled lands. At its core, Conan Exiles is a survival game where you try to live, as in you need to get food, water to survive, you need to make shelter for yourself, so on, to try and survive the various aspects of the world. And not to mention, getting brutally murdered by the wildlife, such as the crocodiles around. That is part of the game. The game features many adult themes, including full nudity. That is an option available in the game. Do not have to turn it on, but it's an option available in the game. Also, there is drinks like alcohol making, there is cannibalism, and there is kind of graphic violence around as well. Not to mention that since everybody is in exile for various crimes, there is that aspect to it as well. But as mentioned, at its core, it is a resource gathering game, turning those resources into other things, and then gather slaves to make your own empire and become the strongest you can. There is no actual storyline at the time. It's just a sandbox world for you or anybody else playing the game to play around in and make your own things. That is basically all there is to Conan Exiles. And since it's under development, certain game mechanics and such are still subject to change. But overall, Conan Exiles can be fun, and it can really help the whole creative process of somebody, because you do build by hand within the game limits restrictions, however, but you can come up with interesting ideas to try and use triangle pieces to actually create a rounded house for yourself, so on. Lots of little things to learn of geometry from that kind of thing. And also, what Conan Exiles also teaches to somebody is patience, because you do need thousands and thousands of resources to really build things you want to build. So that it does teach a little bit of patience. Not everything comes nice and easy and quick. You have to actually work for them in the game. To an extent, you could argue that maybe you have to work a little too long or a little too hard, but those are all things which are subject and possibly to change as well if the developers think it takes too long. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this was helpful to anybody who is considering getting Conan Exiles for themselves or for a child. If you're getting this game for somebody who is below the legal age limit, then definitely reconsider that, simply because this game does feature full nudity, if nothing else. Even if the graphical violence and all that stuff does not bother anybody, the full nudity thing may very well do that.